We'll do some classic Balladin Cruci 7. Gotta love it. I think the number one thing I'm probably looking for here is like normal normal Ballanx stuff or Ballanx Aliens Rock. Because Ballanx Aliens Rock is pretty damn fun, but it's really not something I get to do often. Filibuster there, pretty simple. I do think that the Gardener's Gloves were actually pretty decent purely because of Abrasion, but like purely because of Abrasion. There's not another reason why I'm picking it up, which makes it sound a lot less interesting, doesn't it? It's not that there aren't other orbs that deal self-damage that would get value off of it, but more that I care a lot less about decreasing their damage by 50%. Because unfortunately, 75% plus 50% is not 100%. So you'll still end up taking damage. Looks like a pretty neat path, doesn't it? Which, like, sure, you're taking massively reduced damage, but it still can be enough to where you're not too... Oh, actually, I should have picked up that orb, I think. It's really nice to have 6 times... Oh, I don't know. It's fine to turn it down. It's nice to have 6 times Peg's refresh damage, though, which is what I would have had. And it's, frankly, not very easy to achieve either. Quite a tough orb to find and be able to pick up. It's just a lot of the time you're probably not going to want it. It is definitely a whole lot better now. If I didn't have double store, I think picking it up would have been the correct play for this run. That's restore. But I have double store and double elite, so it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'd rather just see what the elites are going to grant me and build from there, rather than trying to take preemptive steps. Alright, let's just try and hit as many pegs as possible, potentially also a bomb, and then just pop a refresh and see how much havoc that can achieve, because I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. Did not hit a bomb, but... Oh, you also didn't get the kill, wow. That's kind of shocking, but I will go for that shot and double tap the bomb. I did not double tap the bomb. But I can do it again. I can't do it again. Oh well. I got some kills anyway. That finishes off everyone. And I've got 130 gold for the store. Don't mind if I do. Oh, I've got another fight. Never mind, I've got more than 130 gold for the store. Well then, let's okay, maybe not. I did not take the fight after all. But I got a fight nonetheless. It is a fight which is not the easiest to greet in, but at least filibuster makes it a whole lot simpler. Because it's very easy to get some very bad shots on this map. And I don't think there's much you can do about that, unfortunately. 35, let's just tap a bomb twice, just like that. Nice and clean. 150 gold for the store. Don't mind if I do, there's a whole bunch of nonsense I can find in here. A whole bunch. Wow. It's just insane. Definitely buying that, and I think ambidextrous is just the play. I don't need healing. Whilst it certainly would be very nice, I think I can do very fine to just not take it. It sounds like we've got some pretty amazing refreshing stuff going on, doesn't it? I guess that missed navigation there is mildly unfortunate. Bang, followed by bam. Oh, not quite. Thought that would get the plant kill. 20 damage. Not quite. Damn. Well, let's just see if that's enough now. There we go. Yeah, I was hoping to get a bit more gold, but it's good. Perfect. Great damage. Ambidextrous, training weight, refresher course. There's some stuff I can do for sure. 30 damage if you don't mind. You do mind. It's unfortunate. There we go. Alright, so anything that boosts our refresh is just so insane right now. I would really look forward to getting it. Do a classic 1-2, perfect. Definitely worth going to the chest. I really didn't miss out on much value, did I? Good stuff. Oh, there we go. Don't mind if I do, absolutely. So basically, just any orb that gives me a circle is now insane. Power Glove's also just great. Some really crazy pickups, to be honest. And that always sucks, but it's fine. We've got the health to mess around with. We even have the shielding that we definitely intend to use, since stacking the circle is just incredibly powerful for us right now. Frankly, I might just shoot this. I think it's enough damage on refilibuster. Oh, it's barely not. It's slightly unfortunate. Of course, I've got this shot, which should not quite get enough. But most importantly of all, I believe that is at least 31. Yes, perfect. Alright, Sphere should now just finish the both of you off. Oh, not even close, eh? Well, I guess it's finally time to pop the bombs. I've never really delayed my bombs on this map this much before. Definitely not on purpose, eh? All we need is one bomb or one refresh. I think I can do that. I think that should be pretty simple. Alright, perfect. We still got more than enough health. Which elite shall it be? Okay, let's pop a whole bunch of pegs. This is a really good map to get refilibuster on. Really, really good. There are some maps where refilibuster is a solid passive, and there are some maps where refilibuster is straight up winning you the fight. I think this one is just straight up winning you the fight. That's just how good it is. Let's do that. It does look like my refresh is pretty hard to hit right now, doesn't it? I really shouldn't have taken those hits, but sure, we'll be fine. There we go. Yeah, perfect. And now you're out of the way, and I can proceed to just find 200 damage extremely fast in very few shots. Yep. It'll be only too easy. Perfect. I mean, that was just great. We have double-edged swap. I think I'll pass purely because of my gold amount. Salt Shaker. You know what? I believe in Salt Shaker. There are a few interesting things with Salt Shaker here. Obviously, Grinding Monster is the main one. Perfect. Look at that, 150 gold. That greed there was amazing. The main one is Grinding Monster, obviously, but if I get a 2 max HP if you end your fight with shielding, that's also pretty damn good here. Yeah, Training Tabard. That is a thing that exists, and we're definitely going to take Cookie because we are totally playing for refresh outs here. Complex Claw, Sap the Sling, both are amazing. There's no orbs that grant Miss Circle here. I'm just going to take Complex Claw just by +2 crit damage. Because I'm definitely going to be playing for Miss Circle, so I want to make sure that my non-Miss Circle shots are still dealing very good damage. I think that's definitely going to be the case now. That's fine. This should be very solid damage, which bounces straight back onto that crit. Oh great, I even got them in a circle, so now it's equivalent. Perfect. Great shot there as well. Let's get him to move again, I guess. I'll do a shot like that. I think it bounces near the refresh. There we go. Discard this, shoot the sphere, then shoot the pebble directly onto him. Sounds good. 5-5. I will still hit it just because I kind of like the bounce that's going to take. Like, that was just a pretty solid shot. Pretty solid indeed. Unfortunately, this is 3 Miss Circle rather than 3 lots of 1. Now we're going to get a refresh. Sorry, leave the rest for later here, which is going to be amazing. Oh, not quite. Heavy Hand, Viridian Trinket, go for gold. We'll just pick a go for gold. If we can get even 1 extra refresh on the board, this go for gold is going to be completely insane. But I think it's just going to be really easy to negate the downside of go for gold here. As well as it just works pretty splendidly with refilibuster. One of the main reasons why I took it, but frankly it works with much more than just refilibuster here. It's doing a whole bunch. I can't aim at that refresh easily. I had a better shot I could have taken, but it's fine. Yeah, like that. That's just like a much better shot. Bam, 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 perfect. Now, wow, there is a massive difference between the left and the right-hand side there. Absolutely massive. Okay, so in a perfect world, I'm getting a kill in a timely manner. That does kind of require hitting the refresh, I think. Which I think is going to be pretty hard, but it is a great start for sure. Refresh? Lows. Oh, hitting the crit decreases my damage. Unfortunate. Oh well, let's just get towards the refresh now. Since I need it quite badly. Where are you going to split? Oh, that's so unfortunate, eh? If we had our refresh in a slightly better spot, I think this would have been a very different story, but apparently this is just the worst spot ever known for a refresh. Took way too long for me to get here. But we're there, and that's a lot of AoE damage, eh? Now that I've actually hit the refresh, I've got my circle, which I was waiting for, and I can actually deal damage with my hits. Much better. Bit of an unfortunate start, but I'm sure we'll be fine. We don't have many fights to deal with. Echo, pretty damn good. 156, pretty damn good. 200. Definitely just going to take an Echo. It's just amazing here. So good. Okay, let's just get... Should be able to line up our damage well enough. Especially if we get a bomb or a refresh here. Perfect. Yep, perfect. 1-0 and a bomb. That's enough. Not quite, actually. A tad unfortunate, but that's what all that shielding's for, eh? Abrasion. I can't turn down an abrasion here. Does kind of mess up my money amounts, but that's fine. I don't have any greed relics either. But I will grab a tiny bit of extra gold. I should only need to buy 2 passives at most anyway. Indeed. Decoy Orb is pretty great here. I think we'll just stick with these 2. It's pretty damn good. It's a shame I'm a bit blind. It's a shame I'm blind, wow. Yeah, no, I didn't think I had enough gold for a removal there for some reason. I did. That's fine. That is perfectly fine because we have ambidextrony, which basically just makes up for it. And the rest, honestly. It more than makes up for it after all. I would like to get upgrades on the abrasion, that's for sure. They're a pretty big deal. Great hits. Popped it a bit earlier than I would have liked. Boom. Double tapped it. Not much else though, apparently. Damn. Still, hitting the refreshes is just so good for me. I think I'd rather go right. I can take the fights. I want the gold to upgrade my orbs. In particular, I just want to make sure that I have a level 3 abrasion heading into the boss battle. I think that's going to be a pretty big deal. Alright, let's just finish off this fight, eh? There we go. To the point where... No, I'll leave it as is. There we go. I was just considering upgrading the abrasion twice there. Right, Shuffle Pot is on the table, even though it does add a crit. We have been trying to boost our crit damage, so like the crit really isn't that bad. I'd still rather not though, that's for sure. Yeah, there's no shot and no choice. We're simply shooting our abrasion here. I think we can get at least 2 value. Yeah, that's just really, really nice for us, eh? Where's their refresh now? Perfect. Absolutely splendid. And of course we get Decoy Orb, and it deals 3 self-damage, so we do take a tiny bit, but that's fine. Because we just don't aim at a crit now, and we don't hit a crit. We hit a crit, damn. Unfortunate. No refresh for us. 13 Miss Circle. Yeah, this abrasion is doing exactly what I expected it would. I'm not shooting it here though. That bounce is going to get close, but I don't really think it's going to hit. There, perfect. Great way to finish off the fight. Talk about a great way to finish off the fight. That replenish orb is going to be amazing. Recom, Augur, Powder Collector. Of course, we'll just take Recom. Gives us extra momentum for some of our shots. Good heal there. It's not exactly required, but depending on the fights that I'm going to get, it really could be. Alright, this orb heals us now. It's not the greatest heal you've ever seen, but it's a pretty damn solid one. Because the circle's going up, and the other number's going up. And technically all you need for it to be a healing orb is one of the numbers to be going up, and that's their shielding orb. Alright, perfect. Echo Orb. I think the refresh Echo upgrade is probably better just because we want more refreshes. I'm tempted to do 2 upgrades here though, but I think I might pass. Just save as much gold as possible. We could fire here, which very much negates the point of healing such a massive amount, but I think that's just a fine risk to take. Perfect. We healed so much there. Now we get... No, we didn't get it, wow. I was fully expecting to get the horrendous plants fight. But no, instead we get this fight, which worked out pretty well, eh? Yeah, okay, this orb is it's gonna do pretty well. You'll do alright. And meanwhile, the Aircorp is still just... Like, the thing about Aircorp, it's totally fine for the Aircorp to just say, yes, I'm an orb that does AoE damage. And a lot of comps can just support that. This is one of those. It's part of the reason why I instantly picked it up. Oh my. Oh, this is going to be pretty nasty. Nice. I was very worried that I wouldn't split, but it looks like I got a split, eh? Pretty solid first shot. Not bad all around. Of course, I'm going to shoot like this. Yeah. I do unfortunately hit the crit, but... Oh, I didn't. Oh. That's a fun way to end the fight, isn't it? Yeah, that's just kind of how things go away. Kinetic Meteorite, Electropegnet, Cursed Mask. I'm just going to take this, I think. It is unfortunate in a lot of maps, but I think it's totally fine. An acceptable loss. Usually in Machuska Shell, you kind of don't want to take it if you've already got a multi-ball. Just because it decreases the power of the multi-ball. And most of the time, it's just better to have that singular source of multi-ball. But sometimes you're just doing enough mass proccing that like it's just totally fine. And I think this is one of those times. Because we like hitting pegs, as it turns out. And it's pretty good at hitting pegs. Where's my refresh? There it is. Oh yeah. It also makes me great at collecting gold, which is always a benefit. Lovely, we get our decoy orb value there. Decoy orb was just an excellent pickup. Speaking of excellent pickup, or bust is too, but I think I'll pass. Preferably that's single store, double elite. That would be pretty cool. But I'd also accept double store. No elites though, which is why I'd rather not do it, but we'll see what I get, eh? That was not pretty. At least I gained some of circle there. I think I'll do a shot like this, see what that can achieve. Not much. Let's see what decoy orb gives us. Okay, that works. Not much again. Enough to work with, but unfortunate. Let's just shoot away from that crit, please. Thank you. You got dangerously close there, eh? Alright, perfect. Only 2 procs. 2 procs should be more than enough, I guess. I would have loved more, though. 1 followed by a 2. Close? Not close. Perfect. Rubble, also an amazing orb. Part of the reason why I'm also really tempted to do double store is for the removes. But, you know, I'm going to go to these 3 question marks first, and depending on what I get, I think that'll decide what I go to later. I really, look, the Soul Shaker wasn't the correct pick, obviously, but I do appreciate the extra max health it's given me. It's pretty nice. Yeah, let's get our refreshes on the board, shall we? It's a pretty big deal. Just going to discard, try and get my best orb, which is of course the refresh circle for this fight. Unfortunately, that's just how this fight is. 20, can you get a lot of damage here? Not really a lot of damage, unfortunately. I'm just going to have to keep reshooting the refresh circle, I think. This should be worth it. It was worth it. Not by that much though, unfortunately. Our inability to remove the crit is certainly rather unfortunate. Let's just finish you off with this, please. There we go. Yep, that's not a good fight for us. Definitely. I'll pass on the lucky penny, I think. Something about it just might not be perfect for this comp. I don't know what it is. 219. Perfect. Let's try and get some health here with this fight, eh? That's exactly what this orb's here for. It's got healing. It's got scaling. It's got technically damage because it's refreshing the board, which is granting me a whole bunch of damage. And of course, most importantly of all, it's got a whole bunch of refreshing. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. You know, since you're selling it to level 3 for me, I'll just pick it up. If it was lower level, who knows what I would have done. Okay, 44 damage for 32 gold. Sure. I just want my money here. Then we'll head to the store. Or maybe not, I guess. Well, I definitely want removals. Minus 16 HP. This is very rude. But sure, I guess. Very rude. I do lose my ability to go to the elite if I do that. But I definitely want the removals. I don't need no elites. If the elites are just going to be ghosts again, then that's just not good for us. Oh, perfect. I was missing all that HP, and I somehow have super multi-ball sources on this class. You know, that's not what usually happens, but I think we've pulled together some pretty fun stuff here. Oh, that is some great damage. I wish that was the other way around. Would have been so much nicer. I also really wish I'd managed to buy the removal in the Area 2 store. That was a bit unfortunate. Oh, this is going to be a great shot. Yeah, amazing. Boom, and then we'll just shoot an echo. Good luck leaving this. Kerblamo. Alright, surely we get one remove at least. In this question mark. It's what, our 5th question mark in Area 2? I mean, one can hope, but kind of crazy I haven't gotten one yet, eh? Unfortunate. Not to worry though, I'm sure the echo will not hit a crit. I'm sure that is exactly what it won't do. You know what? It actually did it. Nice. Always great to see. I also just have amazing healing and excellent max health now. It's just really solid, isn't it? Oh, great. I'm also finding squares, so the rubble that I didn't pick up earlier is totally fine. Duplicate an orb, definitely just going to duplicate the orbration. We've got squares, like, that orbaration's going to be nuts. Alright, perfect, and then we'll just pick up these passives and move along. I absolutely don't want that crit. If I had an all or nothing, I would have at least considered it. It wouldn't have been best for all of the orbs in my deck, apart from the all or nothing, but I still might have picked it up, frankly, despite that. That's just how good all or nothing is, though. Alright, good stuff, and then this certainly should finish off the fight, eh? I think that Squiz might not know what hit him, eh? Well, I've got 2 discards, so let's just upgrade the sphere, since I shall be shooting it. 83 max HP with this many healing sources, though, is pretty sick. I'm just going to shoot this, grab some Circle, shoot the Abrasion, grab... I lied, I guess. Why bother doing that when I can simply do this? Echo is a pretty good orb, eh? I wasn't planning on doing that. I could actually scale up with my Abrasion and it would be perfectly fine, but yeah, that win condition works as well, eh? That store was crazy. Training weight, refresher course, ambidextrony. It's saying, as long as you find a single orb, like Abrasion, that scales my circle, we've got you covered. On top of that, ambidextrony so you can actually shoot the orb, and refresher course just in case you think you might need a Leaps or Esphalator. Unfortunately, I didn't hit a Leaps or Esphalator, but it certainly was nice to just have refresher course there granting me stats. Because one of the great things about refresher course is it grants you finesse. And on this class, if you can't remove the crit, you are going to want to not be completely screwed when you hit a crit. And I wouldn't say that we didn't have that we had that run there, because we were pretty screwed if we hit a crit. That was partially due to the fact that we took the go for gold and we never really managed to get past the +1/+2. And a lot of our orbs don't really have the highest base damage, so even with the extra crit damage, they not really are doing all that much. But having the extra finesse so that orbs like Signal Booster can actually benefit off of it is great. And of course, it's not too hard to aim away from a crit, even when you do have as much Multiball as we had, which, great boss relics, by the way. Not usually ones I would consider on Ballanx. There are other relics I would prefer on Ballanx. But Multiball relics are pretty universally powerful, though. Tons of healing, like, we had healing and Multiball this run, and lots of it, and lots of max HP. Like, it doesn't really feel like a Ballanx run. And then you look at the deck and it's just like, oh yeah, no, this is definitely a Ballanx run. We've got our scaling, we've got our AoE, and we've got our refreshers. Like, this is like the core pieces that I try and build in every single Ballanx run.